I truly, and this might be another hot take, I don't feel that strongly about the Commanders just because we were able to beat them without Dak Prescott. I don't fear them at all. Well, I don't fear anyone in this division, but I don't see the hype about
That's crazy. That's crazy to say.
I fear no one in this division.
Yeah.
None.
That
Not a
is
soul. Welcome to the bird, baby.
what we think is going to happen. Let's talk about team expectations. So obviously last year y'all had a down year. It's wasn't looking good. You did make some improvements. What are you expecting this next season to look like? Whoever wants to go first.
Man, if we can just stay healthy at the quarterback position and healthy on defense, our season will be a whole lot different. That's been our kryptonite, man. So it's like seeing like middle of the season going towards the end of the season, we always catch these injuries, from important pieces, but I'm just hoping that, as far as expectations this year, I'm really hoping that our offensive line and defensive line show up this year. I really do. Especially the defensive line stopping the run, because we haven't been able to stop and run for a long time.
Ever.
And that is our biggest problem right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, looking at y'all schedule, it look like a lot of teams can run the ball. That's all I'm saying.
You ain't stopping this run.
Yeah. But listen, the season, we still got time till the season starts. We might make an acquisition or two. I would like for us to.
What are y'all expectations though? Like how y'all see y'all finishing?
I see us as a.
Hold on. Let me reword it. What would y'all consider a successful season for y'all this year?
And then at the end of that,
all the additions that y'all have, the draft, everything considered, like take injuries out of it. Everything considered, like what's a successful
at the end
season
of that,
for y'all?
Give a record prediction at the end of that too.
Yeah.
Okay. My predictions, what I feel like is a successful season for us, I feel like it stays the same. Like, a successful season for us is getting past the second round. I feel like I cannot get past that point. Like, we get past the second round, that's a successful season. I'm not saying that a successful season for us is getting to the playoffs, because I feel like we're a good enough team. I feel like as long as Dak Prescott is healthy and our quarterback, we can make the playoffs. Getting past the second round is the only thing I'm worried about. In terms of a record, I say we could be a 10-7, 11-16. And that's without addressing D tackle right now. So I feel like we address D tackle, I think we could get back to like 12-5. Being that
you think you're gonna get
12-5 team.
Okay, 12-5. I was gonna say, you think in this division you're gonna get to the playoffs with a 10-7 record? It might be tough.
I feel like 7 seed. I truly, and this might be another hot take, I don't feel that strongly about the Commanders just because we were able to beat them without Dak Prescott. And then we almost beat them in the other game. They just won at the end. I don't fear them at all. Well, I don't fear anyone in this division, but I don't see the hype about
That's crazy. That's crazy to say.
I fear no one in this division.
Yeah.
None. Not a soul.
You don't fear the team that put a whooping on the Commanders and the Chiefs back-to-back weeks, but okay,
Nah.
That's fair.
Go ahead.
Even though I live in a timeline where y'all did win 2 Super Bowls, I also live in a timeline where more often than not we do beat y'all. And that's facts.
Regular season?
Yeah, he got y'all ass on the grill. He got you on the grill on that one.
The last time we played y'all in the playoffs, we beat y'all too. That was old. That was a long time ago. But that's
long time ago.
Yeah, because we don't see y'all. Y'all don't. The year that y'all supposed to see us, you lost. You choked.
Yeah, we choked.
Was that this year or last year? Because y'all.
No. He talking about when we went to the 49ers and Dak had choked up there.
Y'all put Zeke under center.
Great man, that right there. That was a highlight right there.
I can say that's probably the only game y'all put Zeke in the playoffs.
McCarthy, I'm surprised he coached that next season. for doing some
Man,
stuff like that.
McCarthy did not like his job.
He didn't.
You could
But
tell it was apparent. He did not. He was not a fan of being coach of the Dallas Cowboys. He didn't like what come with it, and you could tell his body language showed it.
Honestly, though, since we're gonna get into that, or since you brought that up, who the hell will want to be the coach of the Dallas Cowboys when Jerry Jones is the owner and he just controls every little move that everyone makes in that entire organization?
It's a hard job to have.
Y'all think it's different this year?
I think it is.
See.
I think it'll be different this year. I think it'd be different this year, and the reason why I think it'll be different this year because, like I said, man, I will go back to this, man. Y'all winning that Super Bowl, bro, has did something to Jerry Jones' spirit. I promise you that. I'm pretty sure they had a come to Jesus meeting after that game, bro. Like, I'm
He's
serious.
loving that. Look at his face. He loving it.
I'm just gonna keep it 100, man. But far as the expectations of us this year, Dak stays healthy, we go to the playoffs. That's a successful season for me. Of being a new coaching staff, Dak staying healthy, we go to the playoffs. It's a successful regular season. Now, when we get there, like Khalil said, can we get past the goddamn second round? That's the biggest question. We can get there, but can we make it past the second round?
No.
And as far as our schedule, my prediction on the schedule, I'm gonna stay firm. We 12-5 on the high end and 11-6. That's where I'm at.
Okay. You got a little bread on that too, don't you?
You goddamn right. I'm standing firm on it. Since everybody want to put up our schedule, I'm gonna talk that football. Looking at our schedule, I see our first loss in Green Bay. That'll be our first loss. You know what I'm saying?
Green Bay usually has a number. I can see that, yeah.
Yeah, man. It's just something about Green Bay, man. They just have our number. But I feel like our first loss gonna come at Green Bay. And people keep talking about how we have a hard schedule. Yeah, our schedule don't get tough until the latter part of the season when we gotta play going towards Thanksgiving when we got Philly. Then we got the Chiefs. Then we got the Lions. Then we got Minnesota. Yeah, we're gonna lose. We're gonna probably lose by 2 or 3 of those games, just being honest. But we're going to finish 12-5, 11-6, bro.
You know who comes back around that time, though, right?
Overshawn.
Overshawn, yes. So hopefully he can add to that.
The cornerback y'all got?
No, he's the linebacker.
The cornerback y'all got playing linebacker?
Mm-hmm.
That's what y'all talking about?
No, he ain't no cornerback.
Man, that man,
he tried to be. He tried to be funny, man.
He don't play like you.
Yeah, you do.
Well, I mean, since we're talking about team expectations, I mean, this is the Eagles podcast, so me and Antoine are going to give our thoughts about the Birds too. Since y'all said y'all not scared, since y'all said you're not scared, right?
Not at all.
You're not scared.
Not even a little bit.
Not afraid of y'all at all.
Go ahead, Scott.
Well, I mean, we got a young core. We got our replacements already ready. We got our defense totally revamped. We brought in Makuba. We brought in Jahad Campbell. We brought in.
I like those pickups. I did.
Yeah, I wanted Makumba, man.
Don't sleep on Ty Robinson either. Jalen Carter already said he can tell he's one of them ones. We got
you gonna say
a hungry man. Jalen Carter don't talk that much, but then we got a hungry Jalen Hurts. Obviously, I mean nothing's phasing that man, as you could tell. So to be honest, what do I expect from this season? I expect to repeat. I don't think there's anything that's really stopping this team. We got the weapons necessary. As long as they continue to click, just build on what they already building on. Everyone in that organization is bought in, so we're going back to back. Antoine, what's your thoughts? I don't got to say too much.
I mean, first off, we got the best coach in the NFL with Nick Sirianni, and I'm gonna give him his flowers because I mean, what you looking around for? Who better?
The best coach in the league right now?
Yeah, Nick Sirianni. So anyway, it ain't your turn.
Tell him.
It ain't your turn. So we got the best head coach in the NFL. We wanted him fired last year as Eagles fan. Not gonna lie.
Let's not forget that.
But he grew, he learned, he grew up, he learned what he had to do, and he did what he had to do, and he got us to the promised land. So as being a motivational speaker that he is, We won the NFL Super Bowl with the youngest defense in NFL history, and we just got younger this offseason.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Also lost a lot of people though.
we
Well,
lost
look.
some people. We lost some
Y'all
people.
lost, not some.
So hold on. Let me finish my point. So
My fault.
again, everybody that we let out the building, we already had somebody in the building to replace that person.
That's what I'm saying.
So when you want to talk about Milton Williams, a Texas boy, you know what I'm saying? I rock with Milton, but we
Shout
got
out
a
Crowley.
Jomo. We got
That's
a Jomo.
Fort Worth.
Yeah, Texas boy.
Shout out Crowley.
Yeah.
But we got a Jomo right behind him. We let go of Josh Sweat. We got Jaylus Hunt right behind him. CJ GJ is gone. We drafted Macumba, and we had Sidney Brown in the building. So anybody that we lost, as far as like Darius Slade, we got Kellen Ringo. That's still a question mark. That position is still a question mark.
Man, I'll just thank you for bringing that up because y'all cornerbacks, y'all do not hit on cornerbacks, bro. Y'all just don't.
They did last year.
Yeah, for the first time last year, but they gone. Y'all don't hit on cornerbacks.
Wait.
And then let me ask you
Mitchell
this.
is gone? Cooper DeJean is gone?
Man, hey, but let me ask you this.
That's what I said last year. Y'all got that. Y'all hit on quarterback last year.
Yeah, y'all did.
You talking about in this past
yeah. Especially the kid out of Iowa. He did his thing for y'all, man. But my thing is, man, what like
bro,
AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts, the locker room. We seen that. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing going on. Yeah, what y'all see?
What we see, they had beef. That team had beef with Jalen Hurts. Y'all know they did, bro. They didn't believe in that kid.
Still put up over 100 yards in the Super Bowl.
Listen, what locker room don't have issues? It
ours just gets portrayed.
But it should be put out. It should be put out there in the media world neither. That shit should stay in house, straight up.
So Dez Bryant wasn't on the news.
Man, Dez Bryant ain't even in the NFL no more.
All right, hold on.
And why you want Dez Bryant ain't even in the NFL no more?
We can talk about who y'all got right now. Y'all got CeeDee Lamb right now.
Right.
The first quarter of that Green Bay game in the playoffs when he wasn't getting the ball, what he do? Act like a little girl. Dak trying to force him the ball, got picked off again, lost y'all the game. So I don't want to hear about that.
Hold up, listen.
That's a good comment though, Warren.
That's a good point. I had more insight on that though.
That's a good comment right there because look, the media did help us win a ring because after all that shit that went down, our team we locked in. They said we couldn't pass this to AJ and Jalen. And then look at that very next game, Jalen threw for like what 280, 300, something like that. AJ had like 100, 130. But look, this is what I'm trying to say is the difference between us and y'all. If the media, portrays this image of us, we lock in and we fix the things. When y'all get in the limelight in the media, y'all just crumble cookie.
Well, that's because we didn't have no culture, man. The culture has changed. We didn't have no culture, especially with the head coach, bro. Like, come on, man. It does.
It start at the top.
It does start at the top.
It's not even the coaching.
And that's why
you talking about the coaching. We talking about the management of the team, of the coaching staff, of the players. So when you talking about y'all got a new coach, like y'all still got the same management, the same ownership.
Well, he ain't going nowhere.
Different. Now listen, Washington is different because they let go of the ownership. Now they're the new management.
No, they ain't let go of the ownership. He just sold his team. That he sold the team.
Ownership has been handed over.
But let's be real. We gonna talk facts. Dallas ownership is not going nowhere. It's a family ran business, right? So let's get off the narrative on the ownership. And so at some point, coaches got to be held accountable. Players got to be held accountable. All I see that Jerry Jones he taking the seat back. He letting them do their thing. So hell yeah, I'm gonna say coaching. I'm gonna say the culture. The culture has changed. I feel like the culture changed. So it remains to be it remains to be seen. It remains to be seen.
All right.
Brandon, right there has definitely been a culture change.
You talking about 12 wins, 11 wins, man. Y'all don't even understand like that y'all still in the same position. Y'all change coaches
I don't think so at all.
I feel
to be in the
like
same
y'all
position,
gonna
gotta not be playing.
I feel like y'all gonna still be on a goddamn Super Bowl high. That's what I feel like. I feel like y'all ass is not gonna do what
That's
y'all did
possible.
last year because y'all gonna be still on that Super Bowl high, bro.
Our
So
team
can y'all
doesn't.
lock in from that though? That's what separates Kansas City from the Rex.
Nah, bro,
They
wait a minute.
consistently
Nah, hold
always
on.
get there.
Hold on, bro. We still got people on the team that won the first Super Bowl with us and
Yeah,
lost the second Super Bowl with us. So they understand the difference on what happens when you win and what happens when you lose. So
I
we
give you
not
that.
gonna do this, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna continue to do this. Even though we won, we're gonna treat it like we didn't win, and we're gonna come in with that same hunger. Now we not the hunter, we've been hunted. But we got the leadership, we got the coaching, we got the ownership to win another one, to go back to back. And y'all kept y'all own dynasty since you talking about that. And I'm glad y'all did. Y'all could have had a dynasty.
I
coulda,
mean,
shoulda,
Okay,
woulda.
I'm
technically we
listening.
did. We
I'm
just blew it.
listening. I'm
What you
listening.
mean?
It just could
I
have
mean,
been more
y'all,
championship than it was.
You said we could have had a dynasty. Go
y'all
ahead.
killed
I'm
y'all own
listening.
dynasties. Y'all went back to
How?
back. Y'all went back to back, and y'all let the best thing that ever happened to that organization walk out the door.
Jimmy Johnson. Is
Jimmy
that who you
Johnson.
talking about?
Blame
Yeah.
Jerry.
Hey,
That's
Now
blame
all
listen,
Jerry Jones
Jerry.
again. It goes back to front
y'all
office. I always say, go back to
You're not
front
gonna find
office.
one. You're not gonna find one Cowboys fan that's a fan of Jerry Jones. I'll guarantee that.
That's why they all.
No
y'all
Cowboys fans like
ungrateful.
Jerry Jones. We know
That's why
what
they
he
Y'all are
switched.
does.
ungrateful.
Nah,
Y'all are ungrateful.
I like
He
How
Jerry
gave
Jones
he brought y'all three Super
because
Bowls and y'all treat him like this. Y'all
he
ungrateful.
got us three
nah,
Super Bowls? You sure
Jer-
he did?
Jerry Jones is a good owner. All right, he's a good owner. It's just that
Wow.
he has his hands in so much, man. He needs to take a step back. He's not a general manager. He's not a general manager. Just like every other team has a general manager. We the only goddamn team that don't have a general manager. And if player personnel, he wants to control everything. He wants to be the head coach. He wants to be the general manager. He wants to be the water boy. He can't do that. He's gonna have to pick one position only, and that's owner, CEO. That's it. And take a seat and let everybody else do their job. So
I mean,
I get
also
what y'all.
no 90-year-old man is making wise decisions.
Hell
Exactly.
no.
You see the state of our country right now? Like, come on. No older
All right,
man
so
is making great decisions.
listen. So with the moves and everything y'all made, and we doing what we doing, do y'all feel like this is the best rivalry in football, or do y'all feel like it's a
100%.
rivalry being renewed?
Nah, man,
100% the greatest rivalry in football.
it don't matter who. It don't matter how good our teams are, or how bad our teams are.
It's still a dog fight.
I remember back in '09 when we played y'all three times that year, twice in the season, once in the play when y'all had Michael Vick, bro.
We
We
did.
ain't
Just to
have Michael
see
Vick.
that,
I mean, we had him,
yeah,
but we didn't.
just to see that atmosphere and being at those two games in that playoff game, bro. Like I feel like we have the best rivalry hands down. Period. Because
We do.
it just don't matter how good or how bad our teams are. When we lock up, they gonna show up to play that day. Well, not last year.
Yeah, we smacked
Not
y'all around
last year.
last year.
Yeah,
We
not
smacked y'all around.
Y'all
Yeah.
y'all
played
treat
Cooper Rush. We
Hey,
not doing this. I can never
we
give y'all
put
credit for
fake.
that.
Now listen, we put fake Louis Bell to ass.
Fake Louis
Fake
Bell.
Louis
Okay.
Bell to
All right.
ass.
I mean, it didn't matter.
I'm not gonna make up no excuses about last year. Like, hey, hey, they get paid. You gotta step in, you gotta show up, you gotta play.
That's
Period.
true.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna make up no excuse that we got our ass handed to last year, but Khalil, you all right. They did it with Cooper Rush. They ain't did it with Dak, but we can't make an excuse. Injuries gonna happen to every team. You know what I mean? So
I think
That's
Oh my
I
true.
God.
respect that. I do think that, I mean, regardless, just look at our team last year. Not the same outcome would have been either way. But I will
Right.
say it don't matter how bad both of our
That's what
teams
never
are.
know.
Like Brandon said, bro, it's like no matter how bad we are, the only thing that matters in those times is beating each other, which is